The other reason I went to therapy, and I told you it was two reasons, right? The other reason I went to therapy, I was doing this a whole bunch. And a friend of mine told me, he said, you know, you really need to put something in your hand. You look like an idiot, you know, just doing that. So I started drinking. That was a bad idea, man, because, yeah, it was awful. It did not go well. I ended up, plus, not only was I drinking a lot, I was eating a lot. I was up to 325 pounds at one point. So, I was. I needed help. So I went to a therapist, and it's weird. If you've never been, they make you write your check the minute you walk in the door. You write your check, and then you have to wait them to come on in. Then you sit down, you tell your story. So I do that. I write my check, and I go in, I start telling my story. She stops me, she goes, you've got a problem. I'm like, yeah, I got a problem. I'm in a therapist's office. Just wrote you a check for $200. You'll understand that problem when you try to cash that check. I can tell you that right now. She goes, no, you have an addiction. I said, have one? I collect them. And she goes, you're addicted to food. I'm like, what? I'm addicted to food? Oh no, first my air and water dependency. What do you mean I'm addicted to food, you stick figure? Why don't you try quitting for a year? Like I needed this bag of bones calling me fat for $200. I knew I was fat. I put the pants on myself. And I didn't buy them where stick figure bought her clothing at the shopping mall because they don't have clothes for big, tall, fat people at the shopping mall. I walk into a shopping mall, they're staring at me like I'm Joe Biden at a press conference. They know I don't belong there, you know. One guy actually said to me, we got nothing for you. You gotta go to Big and Tall. You go to Big and Tall. Casting me out like I'm a mutant. You know, I ring the bell. Taco Bell, food court. I have to shop at a place that has as their name my body shape, and you feel like an idiot. Hello, I'm here. Got the package. I'm big, I'm tall. I am big and tall. Therapist says, yeah, you're addicted to food. I said, that's crazy. Everyone's got to eat. And she goes, no, you're obsessed with food. That's all you ever talk about is food. I said, you're nuts. That's bananas. She says, I'll prove it. Tell me the story of how you got fired from your last job. This time, listen to yourself. I said, okay, fine, whatever. So I told her I was bringing home the bacon. But I was coming home fried. So this meatball stew feeds me a line about getting my piece of the pie. I said, you said a mouthful stew, but me, fat chance. He says piece of cake. He says he's in on a tasty deal because he's dating the top banana son. He says she's a real dish, butter her up, the rest is gravy. I'm thinking this is something I can sink my teeth into, right? And I'm not exactly small potatoes, but I'm fudging. He says, what are you, chicken? It's like taking candy from a baby. Well, it's food for thought, and I ate it up, but I wasn't using my noodle. The whole enchilada turned out to be bologna. Stu and his honey cook up this kettle of fish, so I get chewed out by the big cheese when I got my hand caught in the cookie jar. So now I'm in the soup, and instead of making more dough, I fork over my job that eats turkeys. Now here is the icing on the cake. I'm leaving here, Stu and his hot tomato standing there, cool as a cucumber. She says, you got your just desserts. I said, oh, sure, shove it down my throat, you tart. I just bit off more than I can chew. Ciao, and that was that in a nutshell. I am so hungry right now.